Looks like they're doing Mundo top. That's very interesting because lately all you've really seen is Mundo jungles and roamers really, but top lane is gonna really rely on a lot. I'm pretty sure that Rasputin is gonna be able to burn him down really quickly. Skarner jungle's, you know, decent. Really, the other team should be taking cleanse. I don't see any cleanses at all. But that Skarner all is really heavy duty in team fights and at ganks. And, you know, I think Urgot should have taken cleanse over heal. It just, I think, would have been a better choice. And then they have the Ahri pick.
Do you really think Rasputin's going to go top? I think he's going to go mid and have Ares go top.
Oh, yeah. You could be right. Yeah. That is very strange. They are going to have a tanky team, but late game I'm not sure how much damage they're going to be able to output. I think Rasputin is probably going to want to go more defensive this game. However, he's probably just going to go straight AP. He's going to go right for that, I can't remember, Riley's Scepter.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go his usual build, his Riley's and his Hunting guys. But you're definitely right. They don't want to take this game into late game just because they are not going to be able to burn through Mundo and Skarner. And Ahri's just going to be able to poke at them really fairly easily and escape.
And they only took one Ignite. That's a big mistake. I really feel like Janna should have taken Ignite instead of CV, maybe even Exhaust. Since she didn't go Flash, she needs some kind of escape, and right now all she really has is heal, but support heal bait is you're never going to come out that good anyway, so. And especially for Mundo, like, his health regen, even Ahri really has amazing health regen, so you're gonna have to pick one in a team fight, and one does a shit ton of damage and one also can take a lot of damage, so.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have a hard time come team fights in late game, especially when you get to the Baron Dance part of the game. It's just gonna be pretty tough to counter.
The other thing I noticed is their late game is going to be tough because none of them are going to have any sustain besides maybe Urgot if he gets to the point when he needs a Bloodthirster, which I know how Andrew plays and it's usually not how it ends up being, so I think what you're going to see a lot of is the other team just simply being able to out-sustain the whole team fight. They're basically just going to burn them down no matter how long it takes, unless like Andrew can put out a crap ton of damage. And I think he might have to go he might have to go cat form, or cat stance rather, if he really wants to put more damage output for his team. Looks like we're loading up here, so I'm gonna be right back with a glass of water. Hey, did your game load correctly?
Yep.
Mine's like in a corner of my screen.
I'm not sure.
Welcome
What that
to
means.
Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, me either. Alright, I just full screened it.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, so you're seeing both teams being very cautious. I really think blue team can invade their jungle pretty well. I think they have a better team 1 or a level 1 team to counter jungle. They have Janus stun. They have Udyr's stun as well.
Minions have spawned.
That was me. Well, looks like both teams are playing pretty safe right now. You see Mundo's just going to top lane there, taking the safe route. I think he was a little afraid of that red. Skarner and Ahri just going to pull, and they got their AD sitting at the tower. Now, honestly, these ADs should have probably been right here on the map. That entrance is usually a better spot to just watch yourself. It looks like JoJo's just going to do the standard blue route. Maybe go for a level 2 gank top. Maybe he'll try to squeeze a little bit of health out of these wolves before he heads up there. Just want to see what Mundo bought. He bought a Doran shield.
What do you think about Ahri and Rumble in mid? I don't know if Rumble has a good setup to really hurt Ahri. I think Ahri's gonna have the upper hand.
I think he's gonna have to do a shit ton of bursts to get out of that first charm, but I'm not sure he's gonna be able to do it. Especially if she built magic resist runes. Yeah, he's really not just gonna be able to break through that wall. Looks like JoJo just clearing his whole jungle here, and Skarner kind of doing the same thing. Both kind of feeling out the game right now. Andrew with 0 CS. This goes back to what I was saying last time they played. You know, he needs to focus more on, last hitting those minions. It's really important. There he goes. You see him getting a couple now. But right now, Corki is outshining him as far as minions go. Corki's missed a bunch too, though. Like, they're both trying way too hard to harass right now. It's a little too early.
Ahri's pushing Rumble to the tower. Like I said, she's gonna have a good upper hand on him, really simply because of that range. But this is gonna give a chance to JoJo to try to gank. She flashes out.
He gets a stun off.
Probably won't kill her, but at least they got rid of the fire.
Oh, they're gonna dive her. They're gonna dive her. Rumble's gonna pick up that kill, and he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be just fine. Good first blood. I'm not sure why Ahri flashed into Udyr. She probably should have tried to get to the bush and flashed over the wall, or flashed to the bush and at least try to get away that way. She kind of tried to go back to her tower. That's really unsafe play, especially when you have Rumble and Udyr who both have speed boosts. It's just going to be an unpleasant gank for you. Down at bottom, looks like Andrew's starting to catch up on CS a little bit here. Corki's not last hitting so well. I mean, neither is Andrew for that matter, but at this point he's catching up, and it does look like Corki's going to be at a disadvantage soon. Especially once Urgot gets a little tanky. Urgot is not a character that you want to let, start building up that armor and that defense against you. Both teams have good wards right now, both towards Dragon. Right now, I would say that Andrew and Keeley both have better vision with this dragon ward, but purple does have a good setup where really no ganks could come unless they came through the bottom bush.
We're gonna see top maybe get ganked here. Ares doesn't have a ward, but he's looks like he might be back in the no. Yeah, he's gonna possibility of getting killed. He uses a flash.
He has no mana, so they could dive him here. They are gonna dive this kill. They're gonna get it.
And that's the kill.
And now Mundo's up another 300 gold. You know, Nautilus, he was playing really aggressive right there. He had no wards, no mana. You know, I think a lot of Nautilus players just get it in their head that they're gonna be super tanky and unkillable. But when you have two champions that basically perma slow you, odds are not good that you're gonna get out of there, especially if you have no wards.
See Skarner picking up a Philosopher's Stone.
The Philosopher's Stone, it's not a terrible idea. Honestly, he probably should have gone for the Heart of Gold. The fact that he picked up Philosopher's Stone is a sure find that he's going to give his next blue to Ahri. And he's going to need the mana regen. Simply just put, and he's probably also hoping to get that Shurelya's so that later in the game, not only is he slowing his opponents, but he's also able to run to them faster. And it also combines with his ultimate, so his ultimate, he's going to be able to drag you a lot farther than he normally would be able to.
Alright, we see blue pushing up bottom real quick. Skarner checking in. Trying to get a gank, but they got a ward. They're not gonna be able to do anything. Oh, Corki diving.
They're gonna dive this. They're gonna dive this.
I don't think they're gonna get it.
Or at least pick up healing. Oh, there's the heal right there. That was a good heal. Oh, too bad, Andrew. He should have been attacking Corki.
Yeah,
he should have been attacking Corki there. Skarner is not important. Skarner could have died for that kill and could have cared a lot less than killing Corki.
Rumble was able to get the kill on Ahri there as well. So 1-for-1 exchange. Probably not good letting Corki live though, you're right. He is going to get farmed. He's going to do that lots of late game damage.
Right now, gold advantage is not much in favor of blue, but it is in favor of purple. I'm sorry, I meant to say much in favor of purple, but it is in favor of them. And it basically is coming down now to the farm on both sides. It looks like the purple team, the blue team is having a lot more trouble than the purple team. And that just comes down to basic mechanic skills. I mean, Lulu picking up some farm down here, that's going to be good for her. She can go back and get her gold for 5 items. And here we go, giving the blue to Ahri. I'm not sure what JoJo's doing right now. He's usually a lot more like alert in the jungle. But he didn't even try to counter gank that. I'm really surprised. Not to mention that he's only just picking up his first red now, so that's a little late in the game.
I think that's his second red actually.
Is it? Did they take his first red then? No, they didn't. They didn't. Well, alright, maybe he just doesn't have the timers right in his head then. I'm not sure.
He's going to try to pick up the gank here on Ahri, but she's going to be pretty defensive. She's able to get out now, you know, she's got her level 6. It's going to be pretty tough to gank her.
Well, he's going to be able to at least counter gank this if Skarner decides to come in, but I think he's going to go for this Ahri in a second here. Ilya trying to bait the kill out, but he's just not doing a good job of presenting himself as a target.
Nautilus might get jumped here by
Looks like Nautilus is again going to get picked up, and Mundo's just going to have too much damage.
Yeah.
Too much damage right now from Skarner and Mundo as well. Here we see JoJo trying to steal this red. Maybe he's just gonna. I think Mundo.
Back off.
Yeah, he should not have turned around. He needs to go back.
Trying to bait the ulti,
it's too little, too late.
It's gonna be
and they are paying the price right now.
It's gonna be a 3-for-0 exchange there for Team Purple.
No, Andrew was catching up in CS, but now again he's trying to spend too much time harassing. He needs to worry about last hitting, because right now if I look at the gold, Corky's up 700 gold. That's almost a pickaxe. I mean, Corky's just gonna quickly be out damaging this.
Yeah.
And there you go, the final rocket to seal the deal. You know, Keelay's not even level 6 and he's being really aggressive like that. Corky, I mean, Corky clearly right now has the gold advantage. I mean, everything it's clearly in Corky's favor. You know, Corky's got the double Doran's Blades and the Berserker Greaves, and Urgot has, you know, Tear of Goddess and a longsword. Right now, Corky is just, he's going to be able to outplay, and here we have Udyr getting caught. I don't know if he thought there wasn't wards there, but he definitely should have known better. Keelay going to come in and
save him. There goes the heal off. Skarner flash. Trying to get that slow off, but it's probably not going to be enough.
See, this is going to be bad for blue team right here.
If they're focusing Skarner,
unless Urgot can get a good ult. They need to get a good ult on that Corky if anything was to come of that. And they're really lucky that Udyr got out of there, because, you know, that whole situation was just bad. And now, you know, you see purple team going up. They're up 3k in the last, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe since we talked about it. They're getting out farmed really hard. Here we go, Nautilus up top, getting a little damage on Mundo here. Mundo's gonna pop his ult, and Mundo's actually gonna go in for this kill. I'm kind of surprised. Ares has at least some mana left. It looks like they're just gonna back off here and
He's really only got mana
play out the rest of the main.
Maybe 2 Riptides. Maybe.
Here we go, Angel engaging on this. He doesn't have a lot of mana though, like you said, so I think he might have waited a little too long to start using those abilities. But it's an even exchange for now. He did pick up the Philosopher's Stone and the Heart of Gold. That is going to help him and his team get back on track with gold, but if you're not last hitting, that's still just as bad.
What you're going to see here at top is Nautilus behind in creep kills. He's 62 to Mundo's 86. It's going to be a bad... it's a bad disadvantage for him. Skarner popping the ulti.
Here we go. Udyr coming in with the stun, but he needs to get out of there.
Skarner, yeah.
He needed to just get a stun off and stay there. Nautilus could pick up a kill here. No, he's not. Oh, actually, I didn't realize that Skarner was taking turret aggro, but yep, Mundo putting out too much damage, and he's just gonna sit in this lane until Nautilus decides, you know, enough is enough. I need to get that damage under my belt.
You know, once Mundo's level 6, he's got that sustainability that's just like almost impossible to count. He's not going to be able to do too much about it, Nautilus.
Like I said earlier, the other problem is he doesn't have Ignite, and if you know you're going up against Mundo, it's a necessity to take Ignite over all else. He's never going to be able to burn him down, and Mundo's just, he's got blue buff now. I mean, cleavers all day, and he's not going to die for this kill. I'm surprised. He really could have killed that in another hit. And you know, now he's gonna push this lane, but if I was Mundo, honestly, I would freeze the lane and let Nautilus come back. I would go by myself. He might actually do that. Nautilus, I think, is gonna have teleport, and yep, he's teleporting right now. Andrew, you know, he's got no mana, still trying to go head to head with this Corky. I mean, Corky's out CSing him by 40 CS now.
Yeah, he does have a huge advantage on him with the creeps there. You know, Lulu's such a great counterpart to Corky.
Yeah, I actually forgot about the Corky Nunu and the Kog'Maw Nunu. You might have said Lulu there, but just thinking about what I was saying earlier.
We're gonna see an exchange here in mid near Dragon. Skarner's gonna go down.
They are gonna take down Skarner. They could pick up this Ahri kill too if JoJo gets his mindset straight. Nope, now that Lulu's there, chances are... And QA's gonna take the kill, I don't know.
Goes down to Corki.
I'm not sure what they're thinking right now. They're taking way unnecessary risks. Up top, Mundo popping his ult, but not gonna go for the tower dive. If he just gets so one more cleaver off.
So close. Nautilus is just gonna back off. He's probably gonna let the tower go down because of it. Andrew
Purple's gonna get a free dragon out of this.
Andrew getting real close to dying as well. They could have probably dove him and killed him. They are not gonna go after dragon. They don't really have anyone to tank it. But yeah, it was a 1 for 2 exchange.
I think Corki had enough damage to mitigate that.
They did have a 1 for 2 exchange. It was still a battle in their favor, even if they don't get that dragon.
You know, 2 out of 3 of purple team's carries are, you know, getting kills and have a good amount of money. And, you know, blue team's behind in kills, they're behind in farm, and it's just gonna start adding up more and more, and I don't see them coming back from this right now.
Corki already has his BF sword, he's gonna be doing a ton of damage.
And he's gonna have a ton of sustain now, so they're not gonna be able to kill him in this lane. Andrew did pick up a Manamune now, but he needs more damage. This Corki is just gonna tear him apart with his attack speed.
Skarner might get caught here with a no. Ahri's gonna come in for the backup. Skarner's just way too tanky. He's just not gonna take any kind of damage. Rumble's gonna dive the Ahri. Ahri's gonna pop her ult. Focus on JoJo and JoJo. Corki and Lulu coming up mid to support. Rumble's able to get out.
He's gonna get away. Up top, we had a skirmish between Nautilus and Mundo, and they were going at it for a while. Mundo popped his ult, and you know, Ares hung in there. Now Purple's gonna go for the dragon.
Yeah, they're going for the dragon. They're not gonna, blue team's not really gonna be able to contest it here.
No, definitely not. You can already see Urgot was going back to his lane. They're just not coordinated enough, even if they were gonna try to contest that.
Mundo's ulti is going to be right back up soon. He's just going to heal right back up. Level 6, his sustain just goes through the roof. Nautilus can't do too much about it, even with the Philosopher's Stone. The gank signal at mid on Rumble. Looks like Rumble's just going to back off. He does have that ward there. You can see he saw him.
You know, right now, purple team has such great vision compared to blue. I'm not sure what blue's goal is by putting wards in their jungle, but I can only assume that it's to try and pick off Skarner. However, that basically disables one half of the map for them.
Nautilus getting double teamed up top. Skarner's just gonna back off. The turret's got a good amount of health, so they're not gonna be able to really take that. I think Ares is doing good for the champion he's facing again. Rumble's beelining towards bottom. Skarner's gonna back off.
And here we go, Urgot's gonna go down again.
Urgot's in a very bad position. He's just gonna get Skarner ulti. Oh, no. Wasn't able to get close enough.
I think Andrew's gonna need a quick silver stash if they're gonna do any kind of damage mitigation this game.
Yeah, we're seeing Corgi with 130 CS, Mundo 145, and Ari with 112. You know, that's a good hefty amount of creep kills there. It's like Ari and looks like bottom's gonna get hit. They're gonna get tower doped. This is gonna come in for the counter again. They should really be focusing on Corki, but they haven't really done any damage. Jojo flashing, Janna going down. Jojo's gonna go down. Andrew's gonna go down at the tower. Here comes Rumble picking up some of the kill. But he's gonna go down too.
You know,
2 for 4 exchange. You know,
Angel.
not good.
Granted, Angel did get a tower at top, but he really needed to teleport bottom. If there was ever a time to be able to teleport, it was then, and I believe he just wasted it right before that fight, and that's really sad because that could have been a different team fight. However, Janna had an awesome ult in front of that tower to try to save her team. I think it was a little bit in vain at that point, though. But, however, you know, she did try to save her team the best she could. I think that ult was pretty damn good myself.
Of course, it really wasn't enough at this point. Corki's about to get his Infinity Blade. He does have 2k gold. I'm pretty sure he has enough to get it right now. That's probably what he's going to get right now. A lot of shit talk going on in chat. Man.
I know Jojo has to be furious right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone on blue team is pretty mad. Mundo's pushing top, but you know, just can't take the tower hits right now. Nautilus is able to out damage that. That's a stain. Missed the point blank anchor, but you know, whatever. Lulu coming up to support Mundo with Rumble right behind her. It's gonna be a 2-for-2-3 exchange with Skarner coming to help out. Rumble's just gonna back off.
You know, he just left his tower for no reason. They just lost a ton of gold.
Charm, Urgot ulti on Art. Good focus, but they pushed her out. She's just gonna be able to easily escape. Skarner just being on Rumble.
Yeah.
There goes down the Janna ulti.
Good ult by Keeley. That was a great ult by Keeley. They're not going to be able to get the kill.
Janna's going to go down.
Looks like Janna is going to go down.
Skarner's able to escape. Urgot goes down to Corki. Corki's just shredding up Jojo. Nautilus getting really low. Rumble getting really low. Nautilus just can't take the air. Here comes Rumble, taking the tower, trying to kill him at the tower. It's just not enough. That ulti's just going to out-sustain the tower hit.
If Rasputin had been anybody but Rumble, he might have been able to circum mid. But right now, he's not doing enough damage to take out any of their carries, and that's a bad thing.
That's the first ace there, 23 minutes into the game.
Looks like Purple warding up to do Baron here soon. They are doing Dragon now.
And like we said before, if this game goes on any longer, Mundo and Skarner are just gonna get, you know, way too beefy, just not gonna be able to hurt them at all. And Ari and Corki are just gonna be able to mow people down.
You know, from the start of this game, you can tell this game heavily rested on Urgot's shoulders, and right now he He's simply way too far behind. At this point, Corki has level advantage, gold advantage. Just, you know, his team is beefy. Urgot is just clearly being outplayed right now.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 players at the 9K gold range in total on purple team, and nobody on blue team has anywhere near that. You know, just that gold advantage is just gonna make or break the game.
Looks like they are gonna catch John.
They are able to take him. It is gonna take about 4 of them to finally take him down.
It looks like purple does not have vision on Baron anymore. Blue team could potentially Baron right now. However, they're just their team. It's not. There's no team orientation right now.
They're really split up. Janna's really behind in levels. I mean, you see Lulu at 14. She's at 10. We got blue team pushing Skarner and Corki on opposite.
See,
lane.
this is bad. Why would he try to dive them right now?
They are able to take out Lulu. Urgot's probably gonna he's just gonna back up. Mundo's getting dove at the tower with Jojo taking a ton of damage. Here comes Ari to pick up all of the nice Janna ulti. Just barely enough to save Urgot, but then he goes down.
Shut down.
Corki goes down. Janna's getting singled out.
Here you go.
Oh, there's the peel. Jojo getting out with Skarner ultiing Nautilus here, but Ari's just going to be able to like chip away at his health. Here comes Mundo for the back. You know, they were able to pick up the 2 carries, but they pretty much died doing it. Now looks like purple team is going to go for the Baron. Blue team's not going to be able to contest it whatsoever. All of purple team is up. They're all going to get Baron. It's probably going to be a good game. Corki picking up a Trinity Ford. He's just gonna be mowing people down. He's gonna be melting people, if you will. I mean, if you see here, Janna doesn't even have her upgraded boots. It's just not good. It's not good. And she's still level 10.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before she goes to ward something and gets caught. And right now she's out in front, and a Skarner ult is going to take her right down. I mean, you saw Skarner there pushing her away. Skarner going to pick up Rasputin, and he's just going to melt. Jojo coming in from the side, Phoenix Sands. He's also, they're just way too strong. This is going to be GG right here.
The Baron
they're going to pick Nautilus up.
Mundo tanking the tower, just out sustaining that tower. Janna goes down. Nautilus is next to go down. And Urgot just having
When they're going to turn around, they're just going to push the towers here. looks like we are gonna have a surrender, or they're just gonna let them end the game here.
There's a surrender going out. Good game, going to big swing, BDS.